Presley Villarreal is 14 years old, has deep intellectual challenges,
Let's play roasted dice.
and will likely never be able to tell those who love her that someone is doing her harm.
I let my guard down.
Presley's parents entrusted the special needs educators at Cypress Fairbanks ISD's Smith Middle School with her care and protection. No easy thing when your child is absolutely vulnerable. Last fall, the Villarreals began detecting changes in their little girl.
Very agitated, very upset. She's dropped a lot of weight.
Reason for concern, but not alarm. That is, until the call came.
Somebody has to come forward. Somebody has to protect these kids, from what's going on in this classroom.
On the other end of the phone, Becky Spurlock, a mother of 6 and a former teacher's aide in Presley's special ed classroom. The disturbing account she delivered is the stuff of heartache.
She lost it every day. Every day she lost it, and she lost it on one of the students.
Spurlock's talking about a fellow paraprofessional named Tiffany Patterson.
Just screaming, and calling them names, calling them idiots.
According to Becky, it was a daily onslaught of verbal humiliation tolerated by the classroom teacher, and far too often escalating into what she calls painful physical and potentially criminal abuse. Presley Villarreal, the teenager with the mental capacity of a 2-year-old, was allegedly a principal target.
She picked her up by the wrist and by the ankle. She raised her into the air and she threw her down.
The attack, according to Spurlock and other witnesses, was not an isolated one.
Her slamming her down, her pushing her to the floor, grabbing her helmet by the edge and slinging her backwards. I left the room in tears.
Instead of calling police, Spurlock on November 16th reported Patterson to her principal at Smith Middle School, Susan Higgins.
You've got to do something today. You've got to get her out of there. She is abusing the kids.
Instead of calling CPS or the parents of the special needs children allegedly mistreated, Principal Higgins did neither, saying later it was just one person's word against another. A month later, whistleblower Becky Spurlock was asked to resign.
They didn't do the right thing. They're going to have to do the right thing now. But if Becky didn't come forward, if we didn't push the issue, nothing would be done. And it'd be business as usual over there.
Presley's parents have filed a criminal complaint alleging assault. They also believe there's been a cover-up at Smith Middle School.
Makes me sick. Especially for a group of kids that can't speak for themselves.
Cy-Fair ISD has responded by removing Tiffany Patterson from the campus and placing her on administrative leave. Principal Higgins has revised her findings and now contends Patterson verbally and physically mistreated at least 4 life skills students, a finding based on the eyewitness accounts of 8 different educators on her campus. The Villarreals are demanding terminations, prosecutions, and the installation of surveillance cameras in special needs classrooms.
That camera is there to make sure that that one bad apple is removed. That's what that's there for.
Yet another plea for an electronic witness that never tires and can't be fired. In Cypress, Greg Groogan, Fox 26 News.